days are dark and cloudy on my sky, I hold on and learn to. Well, you just keep on praying, keep on believing, hold on and learn to. Oh, the race isn't given to the swift, neither is it given to the strong, but to the one that endures till the end. Oh, when trouble comes, storm begin to rise, I'll hold on and learn to. Well, you just keep on fasting, keep on praying, hold on and learn to. Oh, when Satan is on your track, he tries to turn you back, but don't you worry, don't you fret, you just stretch out. Oh, when days are dark and it's cloudy on my sky, I'll hold on and learn to. Well, you just keep on praying, keep on believing, hold on and learn to. Oh, the race is not given to the swift, neither is it given to the strong, but to the one that endures till the end. When I am low, when I am, Jesus is there, and it makes me glad. When low, lean on Jesus, lean on Jesus, lean on Jesus, trust in Jesus, trust in Jesus. He wants you to, he wants you to, he wants you to stretch out on his promise, stretch out on his word. He won't leave you, won't forsake you. He won't leave you, won't forsake you. Oh, stretch out. Oh, stretch out. When I am loud, when I am, Jesus is right there. Yes, he is. The loud one. Yeah. Lean on Jesus. Lean on Jesus. You gotta learn to lean on Jesus. Trust in God and never doubt. Know that the Lord will bring you out. I know you cry all night long. I know your pillow is wet with tears. But the Bible says, weeping may, weeping may, weeping may, weeping may endure for a night. But hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't do it, honey. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't you dare let the devil win. He won't get you down. You're more than a conqueror. You're more than a conqueror. You're more than a conqueror. I know you think the person will take you out. I know you don't know who you are. The stripes out on his word. Stripes out on his word. His word said you are the head. His word said you're not the tail. You are above. You're not beneath. You are above. You're not beneath. You are the lender. You are the lender. You are the lender. Strike. 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 Don't you give up. Don't you give in. Don't you give up. Don't you give in. Stretch out. His word is not lying. He's not a man that he should lie, but the son of man that he should repent. So if he's silent, if he's silent, if he's silent. Okay, we're gonna stretch out. We're gonna stretch out. Y'all, when I tell you I had unplugged everything, because I was like, I was not coming on today. And so I had to plug everything back up. I had unplugged lights. I was just done after yesterday. That was the longest day of my life yesterday. And so I was done. And so I am here. Hold on, make sure. Okay, turn these vibrators off because my desk vibrates.
Whenever I get a notification, the whole desk vibrates. I don't know what kind of phones I got, y'all. So turn that off. Okay. Do not disturb. When my phone vibrates, it's like child, like an earthquake on my desk. Okay. Is okay. Nose is okay. Everything's looking okay. All right. Happy Palm Sunday, Ty Squad. Happy Palm Sunday. So good to see so many people here. Thank you, Cheryl Hill, for 1414. I appreciate it. We concluded our celebration last night, but thank y'all so much. I appreciate all of y'all. Hey, CC, nephew, thank you so much. I like them too. I got a couple more colors I'm gonna try out, so the black gets kind of monotonous. So yeah, I may try some other colors out now that I don't want to get too, I want to do like red glasses, Myron Williams, right? But yeah, I may try some other frames out based on my complexion, all right? Okay. Brandon Davis, thank y'all for tuning in. It's so good to see everybody. I love you guys so much. I really, really do. Okay, so Nappy J hit me up about an hour ago. I was in here doing some light cleaning and arranging, right? And so Nappy J hit me up and said Earl Carter is back. And I was like, back where? Honestly, I did not think that I was not thinking Earl Carter was gonna be back in a Kojic pulpit. Like that was not my guess. So he is back. He is back. Mm-hmm. Mm. But he's back at the presiding bishop's church, y'all. Earl Carter or Earl Motor Oil. What will you say? Earl Motor Oil Carter is back. And he's back over at GEI. And he was preaching this morning. He was preaching his Palm Sunday message, I guess, I squad. That's the story, y'all. That's the story. There was so much to unpack with that, but and I debated, was I going to church today, y'all? I was like, am I going to church today? I still got time, believe it or not. I still got time to get over there, to church Palm Sunday. I don't know. I haven't been in the mood, y'all, for none of that lately. I just have not been in the mood. I love you more, Marvin Miller Jr. Yeah, I love you more. Hey, Sam, Brother Ben, Rosebud. Um, okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal, Ty Squad. Here's the deal. This man said really awful things about the presiding bishop at the time, Bishop Blake, Bishop Charles Blake, said awful things, pedophilia, rape, sexuality. So I don't even, there's nothing I can hear nobody say, right? There is nothing you can tell me that would justify y'all having this man in the pulpit. It's absolutely nothing you can say. This man said god awful things about Bishop Blake. I mean, the worst things one could possibly say, y'all. He said it about Bishop Blake. And, it even made the Daily Mail, y'all. It made a lot of headlines. And so you have to ask the question, and question has to be asked. Okay. What is this for? What is this about? What is this about? Okay, I can tell you what it's about. Okay. There is no reason from a marketing or PR standpoint religiously that you would have this man in your pulpit, right? So is there something going on at Greater Emmanuel as far as numbers? Did they figure, maybe this will boost people to come in this Sunday? I don't know. And then why Palm Sunday is a very sacred day? Maybe you can have him on an off-brand Sunday. It's so many questions, y'all. Thank y'all so much. It's so many questions. I'm afraid I don't have any answers right now. I really don't. There's a million and one questions, but I don't have a lot of answers. You'll have to sit down and talk to Bishop Shear. You really would, and see what he says about this. Good morning, CJ, Tracy Chappelle. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Thank y'all so much. I am just stopping by. I decided, I'm gonna set it out, y'all. I'm gonna set it out. I'm not going today, y'all. I'm not in the mood. I don't know, y'all. I'm organized religion is really, really weighing on me right now, y'all. In the way that it's, I'm having another one of those. I'm having another one of those times that I had, when my church was going through a transition about 10 years ago. I'm having another one of those, like, churches is organized religion right now. It's just like, girl, it's like I feel it's tedious now. It's the same thing. It's I don't know if anybody feels like this, but I don't know if anybody feels like this, y'all. But absolutely nothing is changing in the church. Palm Sunday's like New Year's Day for the religious denomination. Is it? It just feels like nothing is, there's nothing new at church nowadays. I do miss getting palms at the service, but that's about it. Okay. I got time to get up. I get over as late as 12:30, 1 o'clock. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Then we had the news. We went from Earl Carter back in the pulpit to somebody tried to set Governor what's his name? Josh Shapiro over in Pennsylvania tried to set his house on fire. And the family had to be evacuated. I'm like, girl, what is going on? I have really, really heard it all. Y'all trying to, set the governor's mansion on fire? Where they do that at? Oh, I forgot to ask y'all. Can y'all please hit the like button? Thank y'all so much. Can y'all please hit the like button? Everybody that's watching right now, all Tie Squad members, can you just take a minute? It's like they are really, really carrying right now. YouTube is doing the absolute most. They are, when I tell y'all, it is not just my channel. They are, I don't know whether they paying out too much money. The economy is changing, but they are trying it. I promise you. So can y'all do me a big favor? Can y'all please hit the like button? Everybody hit the like button. Thank you so much. Because YouTube is on some different type of energy right now. Thank you so much. We're going to have to fight for these watch time hours in this little envelope. YouTubers, I'm putting y'all on notice. We're going to have to fight for this envelope, y'all, because they're not playing. I'm here from a Facebook notification. Are you? Okay. Thank you so much. I did send out notifications to people. I do the best I can, y'all, but you got to understand, I got to do content. I got to be an award-winning blogger, and then I got to send out notifications, emails. It's a lot on me, as a content creator. 60 likes so far. Okay. Can y'all please continue to get the likes up? Thank you so much. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Thank y'all so much. And I think I hit whatchamacallit, y'all. Oops, I hit the on the thing. Oh my God, no. Okay. I hit whatchamacallit, but it's okay, y'all. Y'all, if you're getting a lot of commercials, y'all, I accidentally hit maximum commercials. I rarely hit that. So okay, I'm sorry. All right, please forgive me. Okay, thank you so much. I'm watching on both pages, and I just seen a commercial, then another commercial. So I think I may have accidentally hit maximum commercials. Y'all, please forgive me. Okay, it's all right. You'll be okay, honey. Just just wait for it and then skip. Okay. Because I'm watching on my main page, y'all, and then I'm watching from my other page in case I see somebody in the chat that may be blocked on this. So I I try to say hello to people. Yeah. Tell me this: is anybody going to church? Anybody went to church today? Is anybody celebrating Palm Sunday? I think it was during the last convocation. Earl Carter expressing regrets, apologies for remarks. So I figured he was on his way back in the. Okay, so When you say that the presiding bishop is a PEDO, I'm asking a question. Service was awesome. Oh, good. You say the presiding bishop is a PEDO and a homosexual, right? Is there ever an instance, we understand grace and forgiveness, is there ever an instance where that person should be allowed to be back in the pulpit of that denomination? You get to decide. You said the presiding bishop was a PEDO and a homosexual. Is there ever an instance, forgiveness aside, God calls us to forgive. Forgiveness aside, is there ever an instance where that man needs to be back in the pulpit? I think, you know what I think I need to do? Because, wait a minute. Give me one moment. I know what give me a second. Hold on. Because, sometimes, honey, I wouldn't even try to do all this kind of work in a day, y'all. Hold on. Help me, Holy Ghost. Because it's like first, and I said it in the chat over there, and then they blocked me. They untied me out. They didn't block me. They tied me out. I said first we got Earl Carter. First we got Andrew Caldwell. Now we got Earl Carter. What in the Twilight Zone is going on? I haven't eaten breakfast, Ty Squad. Hold on. Okay, this is from the Daily Mail, April 21st, 2016. So about 9 years ago, y'all. Exclusive. Furor as Florida pastor who claims presiding bishop of fifth largest Christian denomination where Denzel Washington worships is gay, a PEDO, and names a RAPE victim in bombshell video. Unholy war over claims of PEDophilia and graft at Church of God in Christ has taken a vicious new turn. Florida pastor Earl Carter has publicly named a man who he claims was by the church's top bishop. The church's top bishop. The charges have been angrily denied by Bishop Blake as well as the young man. It hurts, Sidney Lassiter III, who admits he was touched as a child, but not by Blake, told the Daily Mail Online. Blake is suing Carter for $75,000 to stop his crusade. Says conduct is extreme, outrageous, and beyond all bounds of decency. Carter is also accusing Blake of touching underage boys during a trip to Africa. All of this is alleged, and we're reading from the Daily Mail. So this is what I don't want to be like I'm on here making more of something than it really is. This is what we were dealing with in 2016. And so to have this man up in the pulpit after them type of lies, I've been lied on. Help me, Holy Ghost. Help me. It wasn't my goal to come on today, but help me do your will, Master. Ila Laboshi. I have been lied on. That's why. My opinion, no, the Bible says differently. We are to forgive and continue to forgive. We are always to forgive. Somebody lied on me. A man by the name of Kwame Corbett lied on me. Told a vicious lie. And I'll never forget that night. I was so broken. I was so hurt to my core. I didn't even know what to do with those feelings. I didn't have language for that type of hurt. Somebody that I paid my money to lied on me and knew it was a lie when they said it. So I'm telling y'all, Ty Squad, new followers and friends, I've been on the other side of a lie. That's my point. I've been on the other side of a lie. Yeah, it's a lot of commercials. It's okay, though. It's all right. We're going to work it out. I know what a lie will do to your spirit. They're smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. Oh, backstabbers, backstabbers. And then I had a campaign of just degenerate riffraff bloggers. Degenerate riffraff bloggers take audio from something, a video that I did, and then knew it was a lie and still did it. When I said, where did little boy go, right? They took that audio and they turned left and they turned right and went by Pastor Tom's house and took that and made a whole lie out of it. It's okay. Because I've seen one of those people. I've seen God deal with that person already. The other one, his day is on the way. I'm telling you, I've been living to see it happen. You're going to live to see it happen. J.J. Harrison said that. I've been living to see it happen. There's more on the way. There's more on the way. You can't lie on people. You can't do people wrong that have blessed you and think you're going to get away scot-free. It ain't happening. It ain't going down like that. When I have been good to somebody or blessed somebody or been a blessing to somebody and you didn't turn on me, and you think you better walk away scot-free, oh no, it don't happen like that. So I'm just saying, Earl Carter, Brother Carter, you think you may have gotten away, brother, you haven't gotten away from justice. You reap what you sow. Bishop Shear, to do this on your inauguration weekend, y'all, I don't have no words. To do this on your inauguration weekend, I don't have no words. I really don't. This is a bad headline. I was just saying how nice everybody looked. William was going live. William was showing how beautiful everything was. And then you bring Earl Motor R. Carter up in the pulpit. Continue to hit the like button. Thank you so much. I got to make me a new, I'm just going to thumbs up. Let me just make this. I'm going to make this right now. Hold on. Thumbs up. Please hit the like button. We got to do this now. Please hit the like button. I'm just going to leave that up. That's going to be my new thing. Hit the like button. Make sure this is, we got to push this to the top. Okay, please. Okay. Hit the like button. Okay, please hit the like button. Just leave that up. I'm going to just start leaving that up. Let me put that right under my cash handle. Move this down. Okay. Okay, that's going to be our new. Please hit the like button. Because everybody should be hitting the like button. Every last one of you should just be hitting the like button on GP. Now, see, over here, okay. See, that's why I know they mess with this algorithm. 78 likes, and we got 152 people. How many people are here? How many people are here watching me right now? And you feel some type of way? You got some type of feelings about me? I hate to sound like a broken record about this, y'all. We got to heal. Y'all got to heal that shit. Okay, it happened. You got to heal it. You got to get it off of you. Antonio, he, treats people, good back there at the punishment trailer. Ray, when he's around, they feed y'all back there. But if you want to come out that punishment trailer, it's okay. We do limited paroles for people that want to come back in the fold. Now, all them other people, Clarissa and Dr. Holt, those people would never be back up in here. None of the people. Sean Talks. Oh, hell no. thought he said he called Bishop Blake and asked forgiveness, and he said he forgave him. Is that your way of, are you trying to make a point, blessed? Are you trying to make a point? I'm just trying to, what's your point? Okay, let me explain something to y'all, because evidently y'all, some people is using religion and religiosity and the orthodoxy of the Bible. Okay, listen, the man can forgive him. He can be forgiven by God. He can be forgiven by everybody. Does that mean you need to be back in the damn pulpit of the church that you disparaged? What we got to define today, y'all, is what is restoration? What are we talking about here? Are we talking about restoration? Or are we talking about girlfriend? Don't even worry about it. Come on back up in the pulpit. So we talked about this. We talked about this over in Patreon last night with a case. You know. All right, Nappy J. I know it's spotty signals down there. Don't worry about it. Come back when you get off work. Just saddle that ass leading to the cross, that we may receive forgiveness. And then if you watch this morning, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, y'all, half the time. The man was not really, like, what the hell is he talking about? If we can get to 100 likes, man, see, I'ma believe. I'm gonna believe that some of y'all really can forgive, the past. Well, how can you be telling them not to have Bishop Carter or Earl Carter in the pulpit, but then you said that them people gonna come back over here? They're not coming back over here. It's two different things. I'm not running a church. This is a virtual space. They're not coming back over here. Not. If we can get to 100 likes, y'all, I believe God is giving us some type of sign. The Heavenly Father is going to give us a sign. Keep me posted, Mel C, if we can get 100 likes. Please hit the like button. YouTube is carrying right now. They can forgive the man. They can forgive him. Bishop Blake can forgive him. The church can forgive him. But does this man belong in the pulpit? Listen, y'all, at this point, I just guess that anything goes. That's all I'm saying, Cheryl Hill. Restoration is one thing. Being put back in the pulpit is a whole nother issue. That's all I'm saying. Cheryl, you got where I'm coming from. Somebody may say, well, mother, who cares? I care. I care. That's who cares. Restoration is about healing the soul, not reinstating the position. If someone damaged the integrity of their role, restoration doesn't guarantee a return to that post. You seem to be new, Marion Green, but I like that. I like that. I like that, Marion Green. Hey, Michelle Holly. Anything goes now. They're barebacking in the church. It's spiritual barebacking. They want it raw. So only way I can describe it on this Sunday morning, Ty Squad. Yeah, anything goes up there. They want to feel the fire. I was going to say something. I lost my thought. The devil is busy. I was going to say something. I lost my thought. Yeah, what Marion said. Hey, Michelle. Y'all say hello to Michelle. Oh man, I was going to say something very profound. I forgot my thought. That's why I gotta stay on topic. Maybe it was something somebody said. Let me go back and see. Being put back in the pulpit. Okay, it'll come back to me. My mama said if it was meant, it'll come back to you. Okay. At the end of the day, Ty Squad, what we have nowadays, as I said before, we have a culture of the church that is really, really, well, it happened. Let's move on. Hey, Dwayne. Hi, mother. You were talking about barebacking in the church. No, not that. I'm talking about the barebacking of anything goes. It's just raw. Not, I was meaning like sexual, you know what I'm saying? Nowadays anything goes up there at the church. Andrew Caldwell in the pulpit, Earl Carter on Palm Sunday. It's real raw. That's what I mean. It was a double entendre, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really want it to be too sexual, you know. We hit 107. Well, I thank y'all so much. We hit 107. Uh-huh. Oh, thank you, Dwayne. Good to see you back in the chat. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's always been that way, elderly. It was always a double standard for clergy and for lay people. Oh, I think about what's that man's name? What's his name down there? Christian said Fred Price Jr. Yeah, speaking of double standards, Fred Price Jr. They set him down for a year, maybe 9 months. He was back in the pulpit. Fred and Betty said, we're not going to talk about it. Basically, he had a personal misjudgment. Well, why is it that that young girl over there in Virginia had to sit in front of the church and empty her guts about her life? And then, hold on, y'all. That's my brother. That's Larry. Hold on. When what was I saying? Fred Price. I forgot my thought. Oh, it's a double standard. Fred and Betty, you know, basically said, yeah, he can come back, let Junior get back up in the pulpit. But the young girl over there in Virginia had to stand in front of the church and empty her damn intestines. Book, line, and verse. Except that people lead double lives, I guess. Now, what you mean by that? Except that people lead double lives. You know, some of y'all in here this morning, you know, some of y'all, it's like y'all are shell shocked. I'm reading some of these comments today, you know. Well, you know, great is what it is. Have we got to that point? Well, you know, I don't know. Have y'all seen some of the comments this morning? Well, you know, that's how they do it now. Oh, girl, I don't. Hey, Larry. They got Earl Carter up in the pulpit on Palm Sunday. And I'm here talking, people talking about, well, you know, that's how it goes. That's what's up, you know. Oh, it is what it is, Tyesse. You know, I don't know. Is that what we're at, Dwayne? People out in the back. I'm looking at people out in the back, you know, laid back, got their arm on the back of the, you know, the bench and stuff. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I guess I can go make me a turkey sausage sandwich and make me a hash brown or something and lay it on down because I don't get it. You know, people in here talking about, well, yeah, girl, you know, that's how it goes up there. You know, that's how they get out now, you know. Her parents weren't the reason she was covered, protected. That girl should not have had to stand before the church. Okay, WJ99. Alliance is made. How do you do something like this on your inaugural weekend? This is bananas. Hey, William. I'm almost tempted to let William hit this link. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. Oh, we've been doing that Patreon for about a week now. We still ain't got it done. And the spirit, I just said, Dwayne, and they like it raw up in the church now. They like the spiritual bareback this thing. Was some type of envelope passed around? Somebody needs to come out and make a statement. Karen, Jackie, any damn body. Twinkie, can I read it again? Hold on one second. Did we get rid of that article? Hold on. I'm going to read it one more time. Because there's some people in here talking about, well, yeah, Liz, that's how it goes down. It is what it is. What you want us to do about it? You know, I'm going to read it one more time. for the dead homies. Hold on one second. This is horrible. Horrible. Wait a minute. Well, Tyesse, at this point, he already preached a sermon already. He already got his honorarium. It is what it is. Some of y'all really, really, really have gotten to the point now where the churches just, then really just wore y'all asses out. Okay, hold on one second. This man said the presiding bishop was having homosexual relationships, was a PEDO, and was touching little kids in Africa. And now he done got his ass up in the pulpit talking about there's a bomb in Gilead. Is it? Thorough, as Florida pastor who claims presiding bishop of fifth largest Christian denomination or largest church where Denzel Washington worships, is gay, a PEDO, and names a RAPE victim and bombshell video. I won't be playing it here. Okay, so Sidney Lassiter III admitted he was molested as a child, but not by Blake. Yes, Bishop Shield needs to come outside. Please drop the link for William. William, I am very, very, very comfortably financially, William. I'm very comfortable. I am not trying to be sued, William. I'm not trying to spend my money on no damn attorney. Okay, I'm gonna drop this link for whoever wants to come up. Not just William. Anybody want to come up? I'm gonna drop this link. And me and Pam, we too close. I wouldn't want her to represent me. It's like we're close. That's my sister. I don't think she would represent me because it's like we're family now. You know what I'm saying? So she would have to outsource me out to another attorney. I'm gonna drop this link. I'm dropping this link for anybody that want to come up. Can y'all please be respectful of this channel? This is not the channel where we just don't care about lawsuits. I care. I don't want to be the girl they make an example out of. I do not. I'm not her. She is not I. I'm not the person that I want them to make an example out of me. The link is available if anybody would like to hit the link and come up, okay? Please watch your language. We do not talk about colorism. We do not talk about disabled children. We do not talk about bastard children. We do not talk about anything of special needs. Let's stay focused if you do come up. We don't talk about obesity. We don't talk about fat shaming over here. Those are three things that we do not deal with: colorism, bastard children, and obesity. Okay. I've done my disclaimer. Come up knowing that Mother reserves the right. I have to drop you. I don't have no other choice. I'm trying to get my monetization. They're cutting these watch time hours down. I got to make this work, honey. I got to make it work. I got to make it do what it do. Now, who is this man right here? Sidney Lassiter, who was falsely named by church. Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay. So, Sidney Lassiter confirmed that it was not Bishop Blake. It was okay. Yeah, I remember now. It's been 9 years. It's all coming back to me. Bishop Blake didn't even meet my son till he was about 19 years old. Wow. This was horrible. The video war is the latest move in a fight that has rolled Kojic for 18 months. Okay, let me see if I can inbox it to you. All right, y'all. Listen, at the end of the day, only time would tell. But we've been with from Andrew Caldwell to Earl Carter. Who's next? Like for real, who's next, y'all, over here in the pulpit? Snooki. Some of the porn stars out of Atlanta. Bobby Blake. Who's next in the pulpit? Okay, what phone is this? Oh, this is not the right phone. Okay, girl, there's something going on. I don't know, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Oh, y'all, it's there's a stranger in the city. That's all I can say, and he's healing. He told the blind man to pick up his bed and walk. That's what he did. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get this together. Uh, hmm. Is there any Tie Squad members that would like to come up and say something concerning this matter? Do you care? Do you even give a damn, Tie Squad? Some of y'all is AME. Some of y'all is what you call it? 7-Day Adventist. You don't give a damn any damn way. Some of y'all. No, but girl, I'm Presbyterian. It really don't matter to me. You know, some of y'all are really, really cold-blooded, you know, when it comes to stuff like this. Well, mother, I'm Baptist, I'm Southern Baptist, I'm full gospel. You don't even give a damn, you know? Okay. Hey, William.
Greetings.
As you say, Earl Motor Oil Carter is in the pulpit.
It is absolutely unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. It is beyond articulation. And I could understand when he sent him the $5,000 when Beverly died. I got that part. His wife, he was in bereavement.
Yeah.
But the things that it's not even just the stuff that he has said about me, but the things that he said about this man's father that was horrific. The things that he has said about the entire organization, the entire board of bishops, and how he talked about his father, the late chairman. I've been sitting over here not saying half of the stuff, not even saying 80% of the stuff that I know. And so I just want to know, when is my date? When is my invitation to preach at Greater Emmanuel? Well, they call it institutional. So maybe it is an institution because everybody in there must be nuts. I was getting calls about this. I was thinking, and I was preparing myself for some level of announcement. I am tired. I'm not going to do it on your platform because I know the level of concerns that you have, but I have bit my tongue. I have walked on eggshells. I have not said this, I have not said that, but no more. The
Well,
boxing
let us
tonight,
know. Let us know, William, and we will be there.
tonight the boxing gloves come off.
We will be there.
Tonight, any and everything that I have never said or have not said will be said, will be
Let us know.
exposed.
Let us know.
I'm serving an announcement now. You do this, and you're supposed to be the leader of the. First of all, I want y'all to stop saying that lie that we got 6 million members and we can't even fill up. Temple of Deliverance hasn't been filled since Gilbert died. With nobody in there for your installation, you can pick, choose, and refuse a seat. And you're gonna let this black ass nigga come up in here and desecrate your pulpit. It's a travesty and it's a shame before God. I don't even know my name or social security number. I'm trying to get some gas. I can't even get no gas.
All right. Well, we're gonna bring Michelle in, and then we'll add Brother Larry. Michelle, you have something
Oh,
to
I
add?
didn't even see them. Hey, you all. I'm sorry. I'm
No
so
worries.
outdone.
We know your blood is boiling right now, William.
Baby, it's hot as catfish grease.
Michelle, you have something to add, sis?
Tyesse,
Yes, I
before
do.
Michelle,
Bless you, El.
Wait, hold on. What were you gonna say, Larry?
just because I just made your, I think William is getting feedback.
I think
So,
so too.
so mute him when he's not talking. But I just wanted to say hello to all of the Larry Reed live show platform viewers because I just came into Tyesse show. This is not the Larry live show. This is Tyesse Report, but I did make it live on my platform. So we're live on both platforms at the time. And just so y'all know, Tyesse just called William McCray and Michelle up to the platform and myself to discuss Bishop Sheard allowing Bishop Earl Carter on his pulpit this morning to preach. For those of you that do not know, Bishop Earl Carter has been an online commentator for several years who has dragged the Kojic Church and so many bishops and leaders and accused them of some of the most heinous crimes and things. All right, so back to Tyesse. I was just letting them know that.
Well, thank you, Larry. I appreciate that. Michelle, you have anything to say and anything to add to this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I will be very quick. I will be
Okay.
brief and quick and to the point. But bless you, Elder. Bless you, Dr. Reed. And bless you, dear Sir William McCray. I finally get a chance to speak with you. This is what I want. This is what I want to say. And tell me if I'm out of line, Dr. Reed and Sir William McCray. When you have a religion that talks about a hierarchy and where women should be and putting a woman in the same place as you do a child, it's not too far of a stretch that you will have that type of perversion that go on where men put their hands on children. I was thinking about this morning. In in our religion, a woman, her place, because she had to ask for permission for everything she do from her husband. There was a time where she couldn't have anything. That's almost similar to that of a child. So it's the fetish of vulnerability. It's the fetish around being helpless. Women and children are helpless. So it's not too much of a stretch to sexualize that. So that's what I see. That's all I wanted to say. I will jump back down in the chat. Thank you for talking to me, Dr. Reed. Thank you for having me up, Elder. And thank you, Sir William McCray. I'm going to jump back down in the chat. Thank you.
All right, Michelle. We love you, baby. All right. So William has feedback. So I have to mute Larry when William. I'm gonna let William do a closing statement. Hold on, Larry.
No, I think that because I had it connected to the car. Is it still doing it now?
It's better now.
It's better
Oh,
now. Go
okay. I
ahead.
disconnected it uh from
So
the car.
William, you say that you're going to be unleashed tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what Drew could have been thinking. I don't even right now. I don't even feel like. And I thought Larry came on and was very respectful and referred to him as Bishop Sheard. I, I I don't feel that right now. I mean, this is and maybe it's a little bit personal for me. This man went on YouTube and said and accused me of being in a relationship with at the time the presiding bishop Charles Edward Blake. And you would let you mad because I helped defend your father when he was under the fire, when Larry Shaw was destroying him. And I put the letter out about Larry Shaw, not Larry Reed. And then you all feel some kind of way and you all are mad and I get all these cross eyes and you let the man that said that $250,000 was put in a duffel bag and driven to your father up in Detroit and all of the other allegations of the illegal or unethical things that he alleged that was done. This man is a man that called the first assistant presiding bishop, the late Bishop Philip Aquila Brooks, a murderer. or a person that did. I mean, the heinous things that he has said, and you allow him to stand behind what was supposed to be a sacred desk. I am beyond. I am beyond. Uh, um, I just cannot. I thought when everyone was calling me saying that something major is going to go down at Drew's church today, I was thinking, I said, oh, okay, well, they're going to make an announcement. They're going to clarify whatever is going on with Karen and whatever is going on with her health or whatever that, that's the impression that I had. I could not have imagined that he would have gone down into the slums of Orlando and dredged up this thing. I could, and I guess he needed to do that after that horrible or that poorly attended banquet. I guess it made good sense to do it after that, because now I just have to question your leadership. I have to question. I mean, this is worse. This is worse than you sitting at the table and attempting to do business with the Mormons. My phone has not stopped. And no one says anything, and everyone is made to feel that if you disagree or if you speak out, that it's going to be retribution. It's going to be something that happens to you, or in some kind of way, whatever level of control. Well, evidently that's not the case. He sat down with his daughter and said and talked about his position about forgiveness. And if you cross him or if you do something that, yes, he can forgive, and yes, but he'll never forget, and it won't, the relationship will never be the same. You say all of that, you said that, and then you allow him to come and preach. It would have been better for him to have let his grandson preach. And I don't believe in children preachers. I don't know. I just,
Everybody is tuning in. Let me just, because people are, let me give you this a really brief synopsis. Everybody that's tuning in. Bishop Earl Carter has returned to the pulpit, the Kojic pulpit at GEI in Detroit, Bishop Sheard's church. Okay, so Earl Carter has returned to the pulpit. If you don't know the history and some of the things that he has said, it has been some of the most defaming, outlandish, crazy things you could think of. Okay, so again, I thought my notation at the bottom would help a few of y'all, but yes, Bishop Earl Carter is back in the Kojic fold really strong, because he preached a Palm Sunday sermon at Greater Emmanuel in Detroit on Palm Sunday. All right, you got it?
And yes, and to add to what Ty said, Bishop Earl Carter is the man that was preaching when Andrew Caldwell had his viral moment. He said a whole lot of things in the pulpit about same-gender loving people and the way that they have sex. It was horrendous. I have never heard anything like that, let alone said in the pulpit, but it was said in the pulpit. That was in 2014. And so for me, on the outside, I'm not Kojic. William is the Kojic go-to person. But for me, I haven't seen him in a Kojic pulpit since 2014. So here we are 9 years later, or no, 10 years later, almost 11 years later. and now he's in the current presider's pulpit, his home church that he pastors, Bishop Shear. He's in his pulpit doing one of the most important Sunday mornings, which is Palm Sunday. The same bishop has taken to YouTube over the last 11 years and talked about so many different Kojic leaders, including the father of the pulpit the father of the man's pulpit that he was in just hours ago, which is Bishop Shear's father. I do remember him apologizing to Bishop Shear's father. I don't know if he apologized to Bishop Shear. I do also remember him apologizing a second time after the passing of his wife. Bishop Carter says sometimes you shoot and everybody gets sprayed, and he was hurt, he was upset, and that's the reason why he said all the things that he said. So for me on the outside looking in, it's a bad look because we on the outside haven't been informed of this relationship being repaired, but those of us who do have friends in Kojic, like William is my friend in Kojic, and I got some other friends in Kojic, that I do understand that Bishop Shear made this decision to bring him in the pulpit without really prepping everybody else. So a lot of people are totally shocked. Some are disappointed. Some are let down. But when I look at it, I just see where he probably apologized and he is trying to give him a chance, or alliances were made on the back end, because I did notice that when it was time for election, Earl Carter was Team Bishop Shear, from what I saw. Am I correct?
William?
He
I
was.
want to know where Earl has on Drew.
Oh, Jesus. You think that's what it is? He got something on Drew, and not
He's
just
got to have something huge on him. I've been in this organization all my life. I know how the back deals and behind the scene deals are made. So this is a payoff. This is to keep your mouth shut. This is all. What else could it be?
It could be an apology. It could be because you helped me get into
It is
election.
no level, Larry. It is no level of apology. Let's go back, and I guess I can't even pull up his page because I've had him blocked for years. But let's go back and find and exegete the things that he has said.
Yes,
Let's go back and pull the tape. It's right there on YouTube, not unless he's deleted it. This man was sued. This man was sued for defamation by Bishop Blake.
Mm-hmm.
This man was arrested because he lost the suit, and he violated the terms, and was arrested, and then still continued.
Mm-hmm.
Based upon the allegations that he made, Bishop, the stuff that Drew did with the Mormons was halted and was supposed to have been attempted and was supposed to have been done with Bishop Blake, but it was stopped because they thought that the allegation of him being a pedophile and being a homosexual was made, and that you cannot be defiled and go in the Mormon temple.
Oh, you talking about that was he said that about Bishop Blake before Bishop Shear.
He said that about Bishop Blake. All of that stuff with Drew and the Mormon Church, all of that was in the works under Blake.
Mm-hmm.
It was put on pause because of that man that preached up there today. So what I'm saying is, what does he have Because you just forgive this, and then I mean, you can't get any greater of an endorsement. This totally legalizes and legitimizes any and every horrific thing that he has alleged and that he has said.
I don't know, William. I'm thinking about a few things. I did think about, my first initial thought was, well, he asked for forgiveness. Maybe they're trying to work through some things. Maybe they're trying to turn over a new leaf. Maybe they're trying to make it to where, just trying to show everybody how they came back together. That's my first thought. My second thought was what you just said. Is there something he got on him? No, that was my third thought. My second thought was, okay, there's just alliances made. And ask for forgiveness, and then making alliances where it makes sense. Because Earl Carter, you can say what you want to say about his platform ain't that big, but his voice goes everywhere because people who have positions of power and influence actually listen to him. Whether they believe him or not, they at least listen to him. So maybe Sheer to say, okay, he was talking for me to be reelected, and he asked me to forgive him. Okay, so we're going to be okay. And it's good because he'll be a talking head out there for the Kojic Church and for me. So that's how I see it. I do think it's weird, and it's a strange look, and it looks strange because Eric Carter's like so anti-Kojic now that it looks weird, but that could be because I'm on the outside and I'm not Kojic.
Well, let me say this. I think because people in the chat are really, repeating it over and over again. Forgiveness, you're to forgive. Yes, the Bible speaks about forgiveness. Yes, you're supposed to forgive. But when you do something as egregious as what's been done, and over again, and some of the worst things you can say about somebody, especially if it's a lie, is sex crimes against children, right?
Agreed.
And so you can forgive somebody, but it's putting them in a place, the pulpit, the sacred desk, a part of forgiveness, putting them back in the pulpit.
No.
I can go over the allegations line by line if people will want to hear them. But saying that Bishop Blake was touching children in Africa, that is like, how do you then put the same person back in the pulpit? Like, you can literally forgive somebody and we can clean the slate. You're forgiven. But
it's an alliance strategy.
To be in the pulpit of the presiding bishop, that's a lot, Larry.
But that's strategy, though. And it's a strategy. And I guarantee you, unless they done fell out, Bishop Shear probably called Blake to tell him he was going to do this. Okay. And if Blake signed off on this, and he probably did, but I'm Koji, I'm on the outside. He probably did. There is a strategic reason that they do not have to put him in the presider's pulpit. There is a reason and a purpose, a statement they're trying to make by putting him in that pulpit. And I think it's just an alliance. It's a power play. It's a chess move. It makes sense. He's asked to forgive. He was talking positive about the presiding getting elected a second time. So let's continue to have an alliance with him. And he continues to speak positively about the culture circle out here on the YouTube streets. That's what I think it is. And if that's the case, what they should do is take William, who was an ordained elder in the Kojic Church, because we see how William is sort of shifting his platform and not saying certain things, Well, if you see William that's making those shifts into those regions, you need to pick William up and do an alliance with him as well. Why not? Because I don't think that you can say, well, William ain't going to keep his end of the deal. Well, how do we know that? We already know that Carter won't keep his end of the deal even after a case is won. He violates it. But y'all still decided to have this alliance with him and put him in the presider's pulpit. That is a lot of power. That reaffirms his importance in the Kojic church to the Kojic church, to where now if he revert back to going online talking about the Kojic church, he's going to be more credible than what he was before.
So we need to have William consecrated, reconsecrated, and he needs to be in the pulpit either next Sunday or the following Sunday. Is that what you're saying, Larry?
He needs to be the talking head for the Kojic church. I mean, because an alliance is an alliance. That's wise to do. That will be wise to do, to have Will McCray come. Bishop Jordan did it, had William at his event. I just had William at my event. Why? Because it is good for media to be in relationship with media in a positive and like really doing well with media, to where you guys really speak and talk well for me, you know. So that's why I had William at my event. Well, number one, we had a friendship, and so our friendship was rekindled. But business wise, William has a platform. I don't care what you say, whether it's this minute, that minute, he has influence. So of course I'm gonna have him at my event to interview my people, because then when people ask William about how was Larry's event, he's gonna speak from his experience. Oh, it was great. It was amazing. It was, you know, that you want media talking like that concerning you. I think that is what this is about. I could be wrong, but I think this is what this is about. And in doing that with Earl Carter, they should do the same thing with William.
William, what do you say to that?
I right now, to be honest with you, I'm just so full of so many different emotions. And Larry, I really appreciate that level of endorsement. Means a lot to me. But what I do want to articulate is that it was more important, I think, for us to forgive and reconnect more so, and I want people to know that was genuine for me. It was genuine for me to connect and have a relationship with Tyesse, rather and put what was in the past, and to build a relationship was dear and meaningful to me, more so than trying to push numbers and likes and things. That we benefit from that, and quite naturally, but the relationship was most important. This here is this would not be someone that I would want to have a relationship with. He is dangerous. I'm sorry, my phone is just ringing. Please forgive me. I'm going to go on and say this. You got a man that has talked. Let's just call a thing a thing. You got more gay men in Kojic than you got straight men. What straight man know the words to a Clark Sister song? What straight man can line by line, from start to finish, quote one of his wives and the legendary group Clark Sister songs? The gays support the Clarks. Am I talking right? So, and then, so are you the majority? Let's talk about the boys that's sitting up in. Let's talk. Y'all not Kojic. I am. Let's talk about the boys and the queens that's sitting in Greater Emmanuel. That wasn't a church that you built. That was a church that was Reggie's church. Herbert Williams' son's church. And the only reason why you got it is because Reggie went down there and married Pia and went down to J. Noel Haynes to Dallas. under J. Noel Haynes. If we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it and let's call it all out. Let's lay all the cards on the table. Let's talk about all the deals in the back rooms that have been cut. Let's empty it all out. For something like this, I can understand. Yes, we're supposed to forgive. Yes, we're supposed to, yeah, love and embrace people. Earl comes up to me all the time when he comes to the meetings. Oh, I love you. Oh, okay. So, and the quickest thing that we always say when we shade somebody or talk about somebody, well, I love you. I love you. Oh, you're a dirty bastard, but but I love you. Oh, good. Let's call all of it out, because this is an endorsement. This reconnects Earl with every Kojic bishop. He was one of the top evangelists we had in the church prior to this horrific thing that happened back in 2014. And so now this has opened up the entire denomination. This allows any bishop, any pastor of any decent sized church to reconnect with him. The things that he did to Derek Hutchins, who was supposed to have been his best friend, that is now dead. This cleans the slate for Earl, and this gives Earl ammunition and invitation to the entire body of the organization again. That's what this opens up to.
Well, that was done on purpose. Like I said, this is
because Earl needs money.
Well, and that's, but is that wrong? I don't think that's wrong for still to try to help him to get back in his position as evangelizing in all Kojic churches, because his wife is gone, church is down, money is bad. I don't think that's wrong. What I do think is less than integral is the lack of communication and clarity and being very clear about what this is. Me and you may think that this is something that is for the purposes of making Earl Carter validated again, but that's still us assuming. We just don't know, and it's not clear. And the reality is, in the Black church, William, and you know this, that these pastors, bishops, and preachers can make these alliances and switch and change up stuff and force feed stuff down the throat of the people in the pew, and eventually the pew just accept it. But people like you and like me, and there's others who have opinions about it and don't mind saying what we think about it. And I know you're going to go live on your platform. I know you're going to have a whole lot to say, but I also will hope that you will remember that we don't really know, and also remember that you could be next in line, because they may look at how they have treated you as an ordained elder just because of your professional job, of you saying whatever you think. Whatever we think about it, you do it right or wrong. However, the point is you're Kojic, and you never left the Kojic church, and you always supported the Kojic church while you rebuked the Kojic church. So I don't see why they aren't calling you. Maybe you're next in line, because they should be calling you to make this right as well. Because the Kojic church is failing in numbers. The Kojic church is failing in as relates to compared to what they were. So pulling these people in, giving Andrew Caldwell, making him a minister, putting him in the pulpit, and this just happened last month. And that same event, the only missing part was Earl Carter. So their strategy around this to repair what has happened, even in the media, they are literally trying to clean up. So you got to be the next person that they're going to come to, because you have influence when it comes to how the Kojic church is viewed.
Okay, so William, will the fact that you are, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so William, will the fact that you possibly have opportunity to be next in line, will this shape your commentary on tonight? The fact that it could be some doors opening soon. Will that shape how you approach your commentary on this on your social media platforms?
I am not. I stand firm to my convictions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't compromise. And you both being mentors and big brothers and saying, you know, how to do things or how to improve. You all have, you know, whipped my behind about that. um, the only way that something like that would happen is that I would have to have Drew Sheard would have to call me if that's the case. I don't know that to be the case. I think you know, we know that is prophetic and very intelligent. So I was not even, my mind wasn't even going in that kind of direction until he just articulated what he did. But I just on the surface of it, I just think that this was in poor taste and a bad decision. And
I agree with you there, William. On the outside looking, bad, horrible.
yeah, it just, and I, the only thing that I could deduce is what has happened, what has been done, what does Earl know that he would be given this level of a deck of, you know, cards. Let's just call a thing a thing. You have to remember, Sheard only got back in by 134 votes.
Mm.
Let's be very, very clear. Let's be very, very clear. Jerry Wayne Macklin from Hayward, California, did not even run a campaign. I'm going to let the Lord decide who's going to be the presiding bishop. I mean, and then the only reason that we know when Sheard was ostracized and on the outskirts of the church, it was Jerry Wayne Macklin that went to Gilbert and asked him to let Drew be his assistant in AIM. Macklin didn't. Patterson didn't even want it. And he asked Bishop Macklin, "Are you certain about what you're saying? Are you really, Jerry? Are you really thinking about what you're asking?" There's a lot of history to these relationships, these marriages, the inner workings of our organization that a lot of people looking out and on the outside looking in are not privy to, and that a lot of the laity and even some of your basic pastors that may or may not be aware of. So this has so many degrees and so many levels to it that is just is beyond.
Somebody in the chat, and I'm glad you said that because somebody in the chat was like, "Oh, Bishop Sheard is not going to call you William." Y'all don't have a clue who call people like us, and who connect with people like us. I remember when we was on Tyesse and Prophet Lovey, when he was discussing stuff, popped in and started just communicating with Tyesse and dropping donations. People that are in powerful positions can look at people like us who may not be big in their world and know that that thing is on us and what we say matters. So do not feel like that Bishop Shield won't call William. Far as we know, he probably have called him before, and William ain't even telling you. I mean, I have been called by the Kojic Church and by Bishop Shear's right-hand person, because of something I said. I'm not Kojic. So I'm sure that William probably got Shear's phone number. So I just wanted to say that to the person in the chat. I know, don't be fooled by these numbers. You're looking at 3 people on the screen who got influence with the people preaching to you.
May I say that some of my best street committee members sit on that general board.
Exactly.
How do you think I know what I know, and that it comes back 80%, if not more, accurate? So don't be fooled. And to the person that said that in the chat, so that's what and I'm glad, my brothers, that I'm on with you all, because that is been what my life has been like. That has been what my experience has been like. It is easier and it's more justifiable for you to embrace a Earl Carter than a William McCray.
You know what? I hear you, William. Did you hear that, Ty?
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, I don't know how everybody else here, but this Aquarian brain, I heard that. For a Sagittarius to say, you always choose other people to put up and prop up. And these people have done and do the exact same thing that I did, but you just choose them over me. That makes me understand a lot of your commentary as a SAG, because you got to think the SAG is the matador, so the SAG gonna fight and take and protect themselves. I fully understand that. And I'm gonna say this, I ain't Kojic, but if you are a bishop and Kojic and you listening to this, you really need to hear what William is saying. Because I feel like this, and I'm not Kojic, I don't know everything. If Bishop Earl Carter can be in the presider's pulpit, William McCray can be the face of Kojic media. That's my opinion.
Your dad was being whipped every day via email, via text message by Larry Shaw. They told Regina, get bow tie. That's what Willie Mae and John Henry called me. They called me bow tie. They said, we need him. Oh, no, I'm not going to get him. No, that's who we need. It's so much, you all, that I could that I could divulge that would probably, really be detrimental, or could be detrimental. But this is just the only thing that I can think. The only rationalization that I can come to is that he knows something, he has something, and he has some proof of something that, I mean, and let me just go on and say this. That pulpit is not a West Angeles pulpit.
Okay, let me pause right there before we go down that road. I see some people on my page on the Facebook saying some things is erroneous. Someone said in the chat that William is not a saint in Kojic, plus he refused to stop telling lies. I repeat, if Bishop Earl Carter can go and preach in the presiding prelate of the Church of God in Christ, then William McCray, don't say nothing to me about no William McCray, because I watched Bishop Earl Carter tell so many lies on so many people that are provable that he came back and apologized for. So I don't understand. Well, the reality, and this is what William was talking about, there's favoritism in the Kojic church. You put Andrew Caldwell up to preach, you know, and you got Earl Carter. There's favoritism. There's absolutely favoritism and politics. And if you can't see that, you don't want to see it. It's right here in our face. It's crystal clear.
These people on Facebook are no joke. I am so glad I am streaming to your platform, because if I was by myself right now, I would just, oh my God. I might
What lie have I told? What lie have I ever told that has even been proven to be a lie?
It don't make no difference.
The fear is not, they don't fear or have the issue with me because I tell lies. They have issues and fear with me because of what I know and because I'm not afraid to tell the truth.
And another thing you're missing, William, you are a free agent. You make your money through the media online. Carter needs to go into these churches and preaching. And I do know me talking about this may make Carter go back in on me with his several lies. He's talked about me for years and don't even know me. But and the same thing with me. When you don't make your money that way, you have your own following, your own system in place. The old pattern for gospel artists and preachers. Doc, I gotta get in your church. Doc, I'm gonna be in town this weekend. That's that money changing thing. That's the world he's in. So he really didn't have no choice, especially after the passing of his wife, which I can't imagine how painful that was. He needs his Kojic friends to help him pay his bills. So he apologized, and got in good graces. Now they've made an alliance, and we see it out here, and we're like, shocked. Wait a minute. You didn't even prep us for this. We saw him apologizing, but you believe it, you accept it, even after he did not listen to Charles Blake's lawyer and the court's ruling. You still are going to trust him to not revert back to his ways. I say, if you trust him, trust William. That's what I say. And I'm not saying that because William is my friend. I'm saying it because right is right, fair is fair.
Larry, do you think it may have been last minute, or do you think he did run it by Bishop Blake and this was planned out for multiple months or weeks?
Absolutely. It could have been weeks, but yes. Everything. I mean, this because I'm not Kojic, I'm apostolic. And I understand I've been in organizations. I was ordained by one organization, worked in one. So I know this was not last minute. This was well thought out. It was calculated. It was talked about probably amongst 3 or 4, most maybe 7, 8 bishops. They all knew about it. They discussed it, and they thought that this was a good choice, and they did it. The reality is, with church people in the Kojic church, they're going to accept this. They're going to run their mouth. William's the only one that's going to run it publicly. But the rest of them are going to talk about it with William and go in there, give their money, and still be members of the church. They know that the Black church is the easiest place to get away with crimes, to get away with doing this, that, and the other. They know those Black people on the pew are going to just forget it and let it go. So they got that clear. But this is the reason why the problem they have with William, because he does not rely on the Kojic church for his well-being. They know he got his daddy that is rich. They know he come from a rich family. They know that he got his followers. They know he got ties with different people. So they know he can get his own money and don't have to be in the bed with us. That is the thing. When you are a free agent, the church does not want to fool up with you. They've got to be able to pull the purse strings or pull some kind of power strings. They can do that with Earl. They can't do it with William. But if you're going to move like this before the whole world, because the whole world saw this Andrew Caldwell, the whole world see y'all fooling back up with Earl. These two people took the reputation of the church in the dumps in the way William couldn't, because it went everywhere. It went beyond William's reach. These two people did, and y'all have brought these two people back. So what you gonna do with William? That's how I feel. I could be totally biased in this moment. But this is just what I think.
William, do you think that there's going to be any major as the day progresses, Monday, Tuesday? Do you anticipate major blowback and major, upheaval?
I don't believe that. I said something and I was very transparent on the last time that Larry and I was together on his platform, and I said something that I shared a very personal side, and he was saying that it wasn't too late, and I just shared with him that I felt like if some things were going to happen, yeah, perhaps maybe movies or any of those things, I felt like that they would have happened by now. Everybody, or a good number of people, know me or have heard of me. I don't think, I would be very, very shocked, and I would be very, very surprised. I do know that Larry is a prophet, and he can see. And if he tell you a duck is a truck, then you need to hook it up. But in and of myself, I don't see that. I would see them rather me run amok, as they would like to describe. Let me be the black sheep. I would even go as far as to say a lockdown or not. They don't know. I'm in the, and many times I'm not at a loss for words. I'm in the same kind of position that the church was in with Bishop Chandler David Owens. We had never had a bishop in the history of the Church of God in Christ. We had never had a presiding bishop lose an election. So it was almost, what do we do with a former presiding bishop that is alive? Where do we seat him? Where do we place him? What do we do? That's the same kind of way with me. They do not, it is such to a point where they do not know what to do with me. If anybody was intelligent, if anybody was smart, the biggest thing that they would have done a long time ago would have been to have given me some type of position. If you wanted to silence me, if you wanted to keep me in the thing, I'm gonna say this, and I've never said this before. I've never said this before, and I'm gonna take a great risk and Tyesse, do it on you and Larry's platform. I do not believe in my heart of hearts that Charles Edward and May Lawrence Blake loved me and liked me that much. I believe that they embraced me because they knew the level of platform and voice and power that I had. And that if they loved me, or if they embraced me, if they celebrated me, if they brought me in, it would make it very, very difficult, like it did, to say, if I had spoke out when those allegations were made about Blake, it could have changed the whole trajectory of the church.
I agree with what William is saying. And let me be clear, although William says I'm prophetic, I'm not prophesying about what is going to happen. I'm just talking about what is wise and what makes sense. And they are way less than smart if they do not do to and for William. Not saying he needed, but in light of what they're doing, this cleanup and these alliances and that they're doing, why aren't y'all including William? And to answer my own question, I answered earlier, is because William is so much of a free agent. And it would mean that they just have to take William at his word. Or they can do like William just said, make it difficult, put him in a position, in a place, and create something to where it is terribly difficult for him to move a certain kind of way and to say certain things, because now he got skin in the game. But being that he is remaining this free agent that you guys really have to be concerned about, I think you have to be more concerned about William McRae as far as the culture church, than you do a Larry Reed live talking about something. But what you're missing is, if William put it out, it gives me opportunity to then discuss it if I'm that interested in it. I think all of them that is in the decision making, and I was pro Bishop Shears, still am, but this is way less than smart. What you should do now is to make it to where, because I don't put out stuff cold. Somebody else have to do it. It makes sense for you to bring William in, because then that way I would never get the story. So that lets me know that y'all some scared niggas, and that y'all really have these alliances that are self-centered and self-serving, and you don't even have eyes to look into the future and see the big picture. You need William McRae on your team. And what that looks like for those of you that are out there. Also, you mean to tell me William be hiding stuff? No, it's still gonna get out. But it don't have to be through William. It don't have to be through Tyesse. It don't have to be through Larry Live. It's going to get out. If it's supposed to get out, it's going to get out. But what I am saying is that it's a good business decision for them to begin to honor William really for what he has done. And I know that sounds funny. And I saw people in the comments about William lie. He lied. Okay, yeah. He repeat what he heard. If it's a lie, it's a lie. I mean, he will repeat what he did. It on me. He did it on one of my mentors, Carden Pearson. He did it on my one of my past mentors, Bishop Jordan. But that's repeat. That's the kind of work when you do that kind of work. But my thing is, moving forward into the future, you would do well to just get William on your team. And I'm not trying to make that happen. I'm just telling you everything that came in my head when I looked at what happened today, and I backed up and looked at Andrew Caldwell, and I'm like, okay, well, it's time. When is Williams' time?
Yeah. Can you guys do me a big favor? If you're watching, whatever platform you're watching on, can you take a moment and hit the like button? Thank you so much. Whether you watch on Larry Reed Live or my platform, please hit the like button. Now is a great time to hit the like button. William, are you
hold on, let me say it to my people. If you're watching, I think Kenneth said about 700-800 of you on YouTube. Please hit like on not just the video on my page, but then go to Tyesse page, hit like, and do me a huge favor and subscribe to Tyesse platform, please, because he got a goal that he's trying to get to, and I would love for you to do that for me. And I know you usually get $8.88. I ain't even asking. I'm asking you, instead of the $8.88 that I usually ask for you when I'm live, go to Tyesse platform, the official Tyesse Report, and follow his page, just like y'all did it for William. We got him monetized just like that. So I want y'all to do the same thing for Tyesse already monetized. We're just trying to get to a goal.
Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate that. William, are you in between services right now? Are you going home? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta unmute you. Go ahead.
I would just be honest with you. The wind has been knocked out of me with this, and to the point where I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'm just at a loss. I am so beyond, and I know that you wasn't prophesying, but the reason why I said that, Larry, is because even though when you walk in the office and the gift of the prophet, you don't have to be necessarily prophesying to prophesy.
Right.
But I do feel that, and I do know that yes, we had a very close and good relationship with the Blakes. But I do know that there was also motive and reason behind it. And it was better to be ahead of it than for something like what Earl did to have come out and then tried to befriend me. I don't see that with this administration. I do not I just don't see that. I don't feel that. I don't feel the warmth or any kind of way of welcoming or any level of embrace. I don't feel that. I think that what they probably thought that I was going to punk out, um, get scared, be intimidated, and not come. I've had bishops tell me that to my face, that they just didn't. Where does your strength come from? Where does your ability? Throughout that entire lawsuit, throughout that entire debacle, I never missed a meeting. I never missed a meeting. The talk, whether it was accurate or not accurate, all of the assumptions, presumptions, and things, I stood and made sure that I was dressed and that I was there and present and front and center, not just present, but present and front and center throughout the entire time. So
Hold on, William. I gotta say something. I won't make it sound like I'm taking up for William, because that's not the case. I'm just looking at it from the outside. But some of these comments I have to address. Somebody said, disagree, Larry. William does not verify he just spread anything. Let me be very clear about this. Y'all can't make William McCray me, and you can't make me William McCray. We are, or Tyesse. Don't mix us up, because we all have our own platform and our own standards for what we do. Some of Tyesse standards. Tyesse is more strict than me when it comes to who coming in his chat and what you saying. He's way more strict, but I'm not that strict. Will McCray, if he heard it and somebody told him that he trusts, he's gonna say it. What William does is no different than what is done by most media on the internet. But it's like y'all want the whole William, he's the only one, he's the worst one. No, but y'all don't say nothing about Tasha Gay. Y'all don't say nothing about Shade Room. Y'all don't say nothing about Neighborhood Talk. They just post whatever they see. A lot of times I've seen them post stuff and even say somebody dead that ain't dead.
That's
But
true.
y'all only push after William lies because his lies or rumors have injured you. But of course, I was upset when he done that with me too. But that's a business. It's not what I do, but it is a business. And you can't keep making this false. Half your preachers in the pulpit preaching a whole lie to you every Sunday. But you ain't saying nothing about that. What they saying in the Bible ain't in there. But you ain't saying nothing about that. See, that concerns me. Well, I'm going to say not concerned. Gets up under my entire black nervous system and the 5 nerves I got when y'all pour that bullshit. Well, you measure this person over here, but then you don't want to measure this person over here. And see, and that is not proper. And then somebody else said in the chat and talking about something else they said about William, but somebody else said to my, and you probably do too, to my pulling William into my, I probably need to be pulled in too. Culture church, apostolic church, nobody will ever be able to lord over my lips. I don't care what kind of check you cut me or contract. And I want to be very clear about that. Do I need more money, want more money? Of course. I need hundreds of millions right now. But that is not ever going to make me negotiate my freedom, and I'm going to stay free. But this measurement that y'all do on Will McCray, I'm not saying anything you said is not true, but what this measurement y'all do on Will McCray, and then the very next person, y'all don't do that on them, that's hypocritical.
Yeah.
Critical when it comes to me. They always want to put my feet to the fire. They always want to put me oh, that I'm the worst person in the world, and I'll go and look at somebody and they doing and saying a whole lot worse, and they give them grace. They don't give me no grace. But baby, I was built for this. I can stand and take it. and that's why when I went live in his inaugural banquet, that's why it got over 70 within 1 hour, 77 I think thousand views. And that's why it was shared as many times as it was, because there is a voice and there is some level of influence, whether you like it or not, whether whether you can want and wish and ignore and try to downplay. But the fact of the matter is, just like what Larry said, we are probably the greatest level of influencers, especially in this whole black church game, that
We
there
are.
is.
We are. This is
And
we are.
that's the bottom line of it. And so and rather than push me off to the side and have a Robert Coleman that's supposed to be, it wasn't no celebrities. It wasn't his banquet. Let's just call a thing a thing. His banquet wasn't like Blake's. You didn't have Crenshaw Christian Center. And first of all, at Blake's inaugural, the elite of the entire black church was there. Hell, half of our bishops wasn't even there. The only people that was non-Kojic that was there was that those 6 black leaders of church denomination, and I was sitting in there. There wasn't no celebrity in there. Chris Tucker didn't even come, and he Kojic. He was at church. We go to the same church. He was at church today. His mama was there, but he wasn't. So stop acting like I lie, and stop acting like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's why they so damn scared of me, is because I do know what I'm talking about, and I do know the history of the church. And I can articulate it better than any buffoon that they didn't put in a camera and a mic in hand. Hey, Gary Spreewell walking around talking to people. He didn't grow up in this. And I have a mouth, and I'm not gonna say, and I'm not gonna be bound, and I'm not gonna compromise my, just like how Sharon Law preached. I will not compromise my integrity.
William, they say you're getting triggered. They say take some deep breaths. Just take a couple.
Okay. I can't take too many deep breaths, because I'm strapped. It's Sunday, so I'm.
I cannot.
But I repeat, and I'm gonna say this again: the people that is in the Facebook, my Facebook people be off the chain because they come over and stupid stuff. But somebody in here made a comment. That's my William don't do nothing but run his mouth and lie. I want you to go
Larry,
I got it. Wait a minute. Let me finish.
What lie have I told?
Let me finish. William, you have repeated what somebody said that wasn't true. You might didn't know it was true, but the person knew true.
When I said that Carlton was dead.
I mean, yeah, especially that. I had a huge problem with that. But the point is this: that's the past.
Okay, so
it's the past.
Lawson Cooper, who was supposed to be a son, who I had seen in intimate and quiet and very close relationship with Bishop Carlton Pearson, said that he called me and said that he was gone. I was inclined to believe it because I have been in personal settings with this man and Bishop Pearson.
I was trying to let that not happen, but see, that's what y'all get.
And
because
then
I,
I don't
hold
know,
on for a
and
minute.
all I
Hold
said
on, hold on,
was,
hold on. This is what I'm saying. Do y'all see what I said? I said he trusts somebody that he know, and then he repeated. But y'all come at William, and I understand it because he's the winning platform. But how about I know the Chad Lawson guy to do the plays. I did not know that he was the one that told you. So now I think I saw Mike Williams, who was very close to Bishop Pearson, who can't stand you because of that lie. But I hope he's still watching. So now you know where the
I
root,
don't even know who that is.
where the root come from. He worked with Bishop Pearson over 37 years. Where the root come from. See, this is what I'm talking about, and it just came out full circle. Y'all are so hypocritical. Y'all are such hypocrites.
Saying that and making that clarity. So yes, there and sometimes in this whole thing of media and news, I can think back when being in mainstream journalism and then being a blogger or having a blog. I remember when people said, "Oh, they'll never be you'll never be able to replace the morning newspaper. You'll never have people trust or believe a blog before they do mainstream media." Now it got to the point where you have mainstream media quoting TMZ. That's how the wheels and
Wait a
the
minute. Mainstream media repeated William McCrae doing that Bishop Eddie Long stuff. This is what I'm gonna tell y'all, and I am not excusing anything that I've said and done in my past on my platform, Tyesse or William. But y'all just looking for reasons not to listen to what the hell we be saying. When we a lot of times is being more honest and straightforward with what we know and the facts than your own local news. And TV in America, please, it's a production. It's not even real news. Go overseas, you'll get real news and how their news go. It's a production here. And a lot of what they saying, they doing it for a particular reason. They fussing now about Trump, but they strategically put him there because they kept him on the news for 8 years. So y'all don't call that out. But then you got so much to say about Tyesse, so much to say about what I'm saying. Well, a lot of times I'm just doing commentary, light commentary on, and a lot of times they come at me when I'm doing commentary on just a topic. It ain't even got nothing to do with something that got to do with somebody else. So y'all are just biased and you're hypocritical.
Here's
and if you're gonna prop up that boy, I'm not getting him more, and prop up Earl, who terribly affected the culture church reputation worldwide. You need to be calling William, and I say that in the sense of to exemplify the improper balance that I see the culture church works with all the time.
Here's my thing, and I'm the new kid on the block, but I'm making a little name for myself. But here's the thing. I don't understand this, Larry. This is what I don't understand. The people that are complaining and making all these comments, they watch William every time he go live. So if there's a problem, why do you tune in? Like if you don't trust somebody's sourcing, you don't believe what they say is accurate, then why is every time they go live, you on the front row? It makes absolutely no sense.
That's the hypocritical strains kind of going on.
Can I just address one comment that I'm looking at, and I haven't really been reading the comments, but can I address this? I miss Bales or what have you. I am not in pain.
Okay.
I am not. I am not in any level way of in pain. I'm not. I'm not jealous. I'm not envious of anyone. I walk and I like William a whole lot, and I walk confident in who I am, and whatever level of name or platform or reputation that I have. I'm confident in that. So I'm not in any kind of pain. And yes, I can be a
Is it irritation?
I what more so, I think it's just I think it's more an attempt to be insulting. Don't piss in my face and tell me it's raining. Don't um don't be uh condescending and try to act like what I'm watching or what I'm looking at or what is being displayed before my very eyes is not what I'm seeing. And I think that that is more so how I really be honest with you, Larry and Tyesse. I don't think that they really know what to do with me. I've watched him stumble and fumble and what have you, and it be cracking me up. I've watched everybody, sit up at attention when I walk in the room, and it laughs. I told my friend Nick, I said I'm getting ready to do my grand stroll through Mason Temple during the General Assembly, and as soon as I did it, everybody, oh, there you go, he's walking in, so I I play it up, because I think it's so hilarious and so funny, and that I mean is that's just where it is or has been for me. But I think that this is, I hope what you're saying can be accurate, Larry, that this is an alliance or this was, well thought out or well planned. I think that this is a Freudian slip. I think that this is a major faux pas. I think that this is a stumble. And I think that uh, it's going to be a great level of backlash and not play out the way that he thinks that it probably would, or they probably would like for it to. I just don't see I don't see that level of embrace being positive. What I don't like about the church, what I don't like about the Church of God in Christ, is that we are hypocritical. We lie. We do things behind closed doors. We say one thing out in front of the people, and in the back room, it's something very, very different. And so those are the things that confuses and misleads the people. Just like that year, Jerry Wayne Macklin laid hands on uh, on Drew Sheard, and he hit the floor, and we had never seen a presiding bishop fall out. You had people on my van, in my face, say that did not happen, and they were watching it. They were watching it, and it was only people like myself and a few others that said, "Oh no, that happened." That happened, just like what McCray has just said. It happened just like that. Now that was in a full service, and everyone in there, or the majority of the people in there, want to uh, deny it or act like it didn't happen. We're a traditional Pentecostal church. Everybody is not forward thinking and understanding the invisible to the degree that a Larry Reed or some other folks are. So yes, I said that I wouldn't have wanted to be in Sheard's position on the same week that you have your second assistant man uh, uh, put Andrew Codwell up, and we're just waiting for it to prove.
Wait. He's the second. Hold on. The man that put Caldwell up works right beside Bishop Sheard.
He is our second assistant. Is John Drew
Now,
Shear?
wait a minute. So that means I might be right. This is a well thought out, working
He
together
is
behind the
Dr.
scenes.
Lawrence Wooten is the second assistant, right? He's right under Macklin. He is the second assistant presiding bishop of the national church.
I
He
pray
that
that God give you multiple millions of dollars so that you can give us a Coded Church series.
he is right
That'd be good.
underneath. He is right underneath Macklin.
That
And
will
he
kill Tyler
and
Perry. That will kill Greenleaf. All of that. That because this is methodical.
well, that but Greenleaf, that was supposed to have been a lot of
Partly,
that was
partly
true.
based. That's true. Partly based on true fact. That's
That
Larry,
a lot of
check
that
your,
whole thing,
check your
that whole
phone,
thing.
Larry.
Say it again. Oh,
Check your phone. Go ahead, William.
No, a lot of that was very much accurate, and a lot of it was our history. You know, the rumors of Bill Mason being eliminated so that the church could fall in the hands of J.O. Patterson, and then that church mysteriously burned down. That that happened. They may not want to admit it, but it
we gotta
did.
get that done. We gotta get that. That gotta happen. That will be
The
so good.
reason that Philip Aquila Brooks left Chicago and was relocated to Detroit.
Okay.
Wait a minute, William. Tyesse got to say something. This is his platform. Those of you on the Larry Live page, please go like the official Tyesse Report platform to help him get to his next level. And you're gonna love his content to watch it. Somebody said that you guys are men. This is a shame how y'all condone this BS. Gerald Hotep Eaglin. I want you to just leave the page. This isn't the platform for you. Just disappear. All right.
I heard they condemned the hospital where your mama hatched you at. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because she hatched the ugly, cross-eyed, raggedy, low vibrational.
She doo-dooed him out.
No. Okay. Let's stop. Okay. We're just getting this in from the fire squad, y'all. Okay, we're just getting this in from the fire squad. The Keep Canaan Telethon is going to start at 5 p.m. East Coast. This is Dr. Kevin Bond and James Hall, right? Okay, and so the amount raised so far is $10,000. They need $1.2 million. So according to the GoFundMe, there is $10,000 that has been raised. They still need 1.1 million.
By when?
They said in a week, but it's already been a week now. It's been a week. Okay, so I guess Monday would be the week.
Oh, Jesus.
The telethon starts at 5 p.m. East Coast. It's going to be on Facebook Live. Help us keep a miracle on Barbie. Okay.
This is horrendous. You know what? This didn't have to be. And the reason why that these churches, I want to celebrate Bishop Kevin Bond for being transparent about the situation your ministry is in. I wish you were transparent way earlier, but thank you for being transparent. This is the face. They are the face of what is happening in the Black church that's been hidden. Every church I know, I do not know a ministry whose money is not down, including mine. So for them, thank the Lord, I don't have the level of pressure that they have on them as relates to a building. I just have payroll and invoices, everything connected to the ministry that's keep going again. I don't care if every dime come in, goes out, long as the ministry is okay and we still able to do what we do, fine. They are the face of where the church is right now. And a lot of the church life got extended because of COVID-19, because they got PPP loans and they got hardship loans, and their people made more money. Some of them that were unemployed, they made more money than they ever made in their life every week. So I understand where the church is at right now. And everybody who's coming to church don't really understand that the church really needs you to help. So that's number one. Number two is the old model is dead. Having people coming in and giving their offering and you doing the best singing and music. Ain't nobody got no better music. Few got better music than James Hall now, you know, and y'all are struggling right now where you at. We need to pay attention to what the hell are the times that we're in. Look at McDonald's getting rid of all this buildings, all these other people who are closing businesses we'll never see again. The time has changed, and this is the result of not pivoting. In 2020, everybody should have pivoted and really became a hybrid church model to where you online and come into the building. But now they are being forced into online church, don't know how to do it. You just sit there and talk for hours to hold people's attention is a gift, and your pastor typically don't have it. Most pastors only have the ability for the stage and the people responding back to them and the organ coming behind them, creating the feeling. But when you sit in front of a camera and can make somebody feel what you're saying, you have an elevated gift. So these pastors really need to come be trained by us.
William, do you have any ideas of how to raise $1 million in 24 hours?
And I wish I did, because I would have done it by now. I was just gonna piggyback on what Larry had just stated. When Dr. Robert Schuller and the Crystal Cathedral in Santa Ana, California, where we're from, Tyesse, when they foreclosed on that gorgeous church, I knew that the black church was doomed damned to die and go to hell.
Oh, really?
When the sun hit it, it looked like a crystal ball.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really beautiful. When the sun,
it was
like heaven was
probably one of
shining.
the most gorgeous churches that you have ever seen. It was the whole church was pure glass. You could look outside and see straight in. They had a full orchestra that brought them in, and then Dr. Robert Schuller's word was paramount to that of Charles Stanley. They were both on that same kind of level. And when that church, prior to the pandemic, went into foreclosure, I knew. I was like, oh. And a lot of I'm going to say this that you all don't know. A lot of black churches are in foreclosure, and the banks are just being kind enough to allow them to go in and operate on the weekly basis, rather than have all of this influx of property that would be be dilapidated buildings.
Preach. Now that's the truth. I know that firsthand. That's and also owners are let these people rent.
They rather have you in there and you're vacuuming and you're cutting the grass and you're keeping it up until they can get somebody to buy it and swoop it up, rather than just have it sitting vacant, empty, and falling apart.
So many people are asking, where is the faith community? Where is the celebrity gospel community? Larry, do you think there's a responsibility for other people to help in times like this? Like, church leaders, entertainers, do they have a responsibility to save a church that they may not even be affiliated with?
I hate to say this, oh God.
They're like, call Yolanda Adams, call Shirley Caesar. And, it's like, do they even go to that church? Do they even know, call Brian Carr,
do we need
Does he have any money?
Do we need to save the church building or save the church?
Oh, that's heavy.
Ooh, that'll preach.
That's gonna be my comment on it, because if I say anything else, it could be taken wrong.
Yeah.
But I think we should focus more on saving the church than the church building.
Mm.
Would it be smart, Larry, to downsize, probably just try to find a smaller place and rebuild?
Okay.
No, because the people are not going to have confidence in Kevin anymore. And you don't throw. Why y'all laughing? No.
With the way you said it, man. Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not trying to, but let's just. It's a difficult situation because do you continue to throw good money after bad?
Yeah.
I mean, and the major players, they would probably be more inclined to save Albert Jimerson's church than
William,
to, because if Jimerson goes down, then I mean it's just going to be like London Bridges.
okay. The answer to Tyesse's question. To answer Tyesse's question, I don't have a problem. I would downsize so fast. I would downsize so fast, easy. I would do so. So that's always a
Oh,
good.
so you say for them to go to a storefront and have folding chairs and no elevator? Because see, the thing, the okay, this is the part right here.
New York people, William, you know they're grand, and they like
Well,
to
see, that's what I'm
appear.
saying.
They like
But
to
but
appear.
this is the question: Did they mortgage that brownstone that they live in to pay for that church?
I don't have any comment.
Because that'll be the church and the house at one wop. See, that's why a lot of people can't lose their church, because you lose your church. That's just like how Maria Gardner, before she got with Yvette Flanders' stepdaddy, BMO was paid for. She mortgaged BMO to buy that house over there in Camden, New Jersey. She bought that mansion. She couldn't pay for it. Her back was hurting. She couldn't travel and preach like she was anymore. So the church and the house, they was gone in one whop.
What I would do with a building, and for what I seen, it looks like a nice building. I would go into
It's
relationship.
a nice, it got an elevator in there, Larry. They got an elevator in 5 floors. That boy got a cathedral.
I would go into relationship with somebody
All
else.
that hollering and hooping, I don't know, and stomping across.
William, you know they're gonna take this and they're gonna say you just doing commentary though.
I'm not. No, I like them. I like them. They don't like me, but I like them. I don't have anything against them. I really don't. I'm not gleeing in this.
Yeah, me either. I'm
I'm
not. I
not
don't like
gleeing
it.
in
I don't
this.
like. I
I
don't like.
I hate it for him. You know, I like Dr. Bond. All I said, people take, and maybe me more so than you, that story or that unfortunate occurrence with them, it got so big that it was not something that I could ignore
Yeah.
and maintain my integrity. And I think that that's the thing that they don't understand. That's the thing that Jamal and different people that
Why
I've
leave
had,
about them? They don't want you to say anything.
they
While
don't want you to
everybody
say
else is talking.
anything, but your situation gets so big that I would look like a fool if
Right.
I'm talking about all this other stuff and
Right.
I just totally ignore your situation.
That's right.
You on the news, you on the world news, you on mainstream news, you walking in and out of courtrooms.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, when it gets to the point where it gets so public, and they did not understand or like that, and so I'm not gleaning in it.
No, I don't see.
At
Listen, church
all.
people are so fragile.
I really
Church
feel for
church leaders. The reason why they have a problem with me and Tyesse, some of them, except for the ones who have strong personalities and backs and they're strong people, they can't take an opinion on your preaching and what you preach. Can't take an opinion on what your church look like. I don't think I said to Bishop Whitehead was, you pulled up in a Rolls Royce, your church is raggedy. $200 you paid on that backdrop, and then he had a huge
that was an event facility, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I had
That
church
wasn't his church, and they was in there folding chairs, and you in full Gucci.
That's
I mean, that's
it was on top
crazy.
of the Belizean restaurant.
Right, it don't make sense.
Yeah, it was a restaurant downstairs.
So the preachers in the churches,
well, at least they had a place where they could serve a good fish dinner, a chicken dinner.
Yeah,
I'm
still be watching.
He got a prison ministry now, huh?
Yeah, he gonna be out though. I'm about to go. I'm gonna still be watching y'all, but dog, I don't even know how to disconnect it from my thing.
I'm gonna go too because I want to go to the Dogwood Festival.
Oh, that's right. It's going on. Yeah, I know people that went there today. God, I should have went last. They had the Asian one last weekend. They said they had a whole row of just nothing but Asian cuisine.
Oh, I bet that was good.
I missed that.
Is that funnel cake lady out there at the Dogwood Festival?
It was Junior birthday Thursday. He had her here Friday, but I'm gonna have her. Phaedra came too. We were talking about you, and so when
what did Phaedra say? That's my girl.
Well, I'm gonna get her back for July for Reformation. It would be really good this year doing the Reformation interviews and not just be you, William, but also be Tyesse too. That would be great.
I know you got to get Tyesse to come out here to LA.
You don't want to get on no plane.
I'll come for you. I'll come for you, Larry, for sure.
You ain't gonna be scared. They say
no, I'm okay.
To fly right now.
I already got my ticket, the other ticket, so my soul is anchored, so I'm all right.
Maybe you know what the old saints said. I believe I'll die now, so I won't have to die again.
Oh yeah.
Don't make me shout in this truck.
Yeah,
I gotta go. But this was great. It's always good talking to both
it
of you
is.
guys.
You know what? And I'm gonna be honest with you all. I do feel a little bit better after being able to hear you all's points of views and discuss it and what have you. But like you said, if that phone call doesn't come, you think you hate me now.
But William, why do that? Because they expect you to do that. They expect you to retaliate.
But this is not a retaliation because this is not something done to me personally. Okay. This was just a bad decision. See, the thing that makes leaders great is that they're not supposed to be the smartest person in the room. The Bible says that there's safety in a multitude of counselors. But if you got dumb, stupid yes men as the counselors around you, you need to have somebody that's going to say, hey, this is not the best decision in the world. You gotta 80% of your congregation are gay, and you have this man that hates homosexuals. I don't care what we say out of our mouth, but that's who's sitting in the majority of these churches. And so if you're going to have somebody that you're going to endorse and give that level of support and push behind, I say that I'm wrong. How many straight men can say or recite, not sing, but recite the words of a Clark Sister song word for word?
Well, let me say something about that, because any man that go to church that hears singing over and over will be able to recite at least one song from the Clark Sisters, even if it's just.
And he has not had a homosexual experience. No,
I've seen it.
You have seen somebody that used to be gay that ain't practicing homosexuality anymore.
No.
They cannot. My daddy cannot tell you the words to you. Jesus brought the sunshine.
Your daddy is 150.
That he might be able to bob and leave with it. Just like when we had Tweaky, they say, yeah, this the Clark girl. This the girl that played the organ. Go get up that girl and play the organ. Y'all gonna have to lift her up to put her up there, because
you ain't gonna do Twinkie now. That you ain't gonna do that.
I'm not doing her. What am I doing?
And I don't tolerate no Denise slander. Denise. I don't do
no.
Denise
What I'm saying is his organ sits up on a platform, so they had to help her up there because she does. She's not as ambulatory as she used to be.
All right, big word, ambulatory.
Anyway, I'm because when I have to get off because me and Larry are connected right now. So when Larry goes,
you're gonna go too. Well, I tell y'all, thank y'all for having me on. Didn't nobody give me no commercial, but if I got, if it's about 4 or 5 of y'all that may halfway like me, or might like me a little bit, or may just want to come on to see what I'm gonna have on. Then you can click a like or share over on my pages too.
Right.
And Tyesse, I thank y'all. Y'all helped the little poor struggling law school student, and y'all say I'm homeless, and I drag hot hat boxes and fur coats up and down Peachtree. So y'all know I got to go to my tent tonight, where all my clothes are spread out underneath the freeway. So if y'all feel inclined to, give the homeless, that's decked out in socks, give the homeless boy a cash app, then I'll be most appreciative.
You are cutting up. All right, I'll see you guys later. And
all right, I'm gonna go.
Larry, stop walking through and letting us see how big and pretty your house is. You are so messy and braggadocious. That Tyesse, you see how that nigga walking around through that man.
I was getting ready for what I got to do because I told y'all I had to go.
You got every light, everything. Oh, you like white people. Niggas don't open up their blinds like that.
You tried it. Anybody that watch reading things, but everybody been seeing where I stay. That's not the thing.
You walking around through there so they can
I'm getting ready so I can go do what I got to do.
We love you, William.
He ain't going nowhere, Tyesse. He just walking from room to room, child.
Check your cash out right now, William, on the air. Check it right now. Okay, check your cash out. I just sent you something.
Ow! Woo!
You gave him a praise for real, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna have him on my podcast. Kearney Thomas is coming. He's gonna be on my podcast.
Oh yeah, I love.
And
Kearney.
then I got Lee from SWV, and we got some good people lined up for the podcast.
What's her name? I gotta go. Kearney is a nice guy, and he came to the Reformation last year. He's a nice guy.
I like Kearney, and he does not get the accolades that he deserves. He was one of the first to ever do it. Oh, that's somebody lying. Who is that?
That was me, one of my children. I'm not talking to right now.
Oh, Shando. Thank you, LaFrance. Thank you. I like to holler.
I hear what I said. I said that was one of my children I ain't talking to right now.
It happens. Yeah.
I told her, I said, every time you call me, you want some. You don't call me unless you want some.
Yeah.
So she called like how I do, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I ignore her like I do you sometimes.
Well, I love both of you guys. My food just came, so
okay. All right, see y'all later.
That DoorDash.
I love y'all.
I see y'all. Y'all tune in to get the real tea tonight.
Be sure to tune into William tonight because I got a feeling he's gonna be.
I'm gonna come over there. I'm
gonna be just like how some of them say. I'm gonna be all the way unhinged.
Oh, I will be there. The Thai Squad will be there.
All right, I love y'all.
Nah.
All right. shout out to Larry Reed for bringing us both together for this momentous trilogy. You know, William, myself, and Larry, I appreciate it. Y'all, listen, it's been a beautiful Palm Sunday. I'll try to drop in a little later on. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, whatever you need to do. I am the official Tyesse Report, and I am signing off. Do we need any music? No, we'll need no music because I don't want Larry to get into no copyright. I'm just doing a cold exit, y'all. Cold exit. Have a phenomenal day, and thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all probably this evening, and definitely we may bump into each other on William's channel for his episcopacy of the hermeneutics tonight. Okay? All right, y'all. Good night. Well, good afternoon.